Welcome to Geography Module 4, focusing on climatology. We will explore how climate shapes the world's landscapes and the characteristics of different climate regions, from the polar extremes to the tropics. Let's begin with a question from 2015. Broad-leaved deciduous forests are typical of which region? The correct answer is C, the temperate region. We will look closer at the different climate zones shortly. Biomes are categorized by latitude. The tropical region, from 0 to 10 degrees, is hot and rainy all year, supporting tropical rainforests with maximum biodiversity, such as the Amazon. The subtropical region, from 10 to 30 degrees, has hot summers and mild winters, including savannas and deserts. The temperate region, from 30 to 60 degrees, experiences 4 distinct seasons, supporting grasslands and deciduous forests. The boreal forest, between 50 and 70 degrees, has cold winters and short summers, supporting coniferous forests like in Canada and Russia. Lastly, the tundra, above 70 degrees, is extremely cold, with permafrost, and is characterized as a harsh, icy land. Tropical cyclones do not form between 10 degrees north and 10 degrees south due to the minimum Coriolis effect. A cyclone is a huge, spinning storm system with a low-pressure center that forms over warm tropical oceans. The weak Coriolis effect near the equator is insufficient to initiate the necessary rotation. The key characteristics of cyclones include their rotation and structure. Earth's rotation causes the Coriolis effect, leading to anti-clockwise rotation in the northern hemisphere and clockwise rotation in the southern hemisphere. The structure consists of the calm eye and the destructive eye wall. For cyclogenesis to occur, the primary conditions are warm ocean water, above 26.5 to 27 degrees Celsius, and the Earth's rotation to create a spin. The latitude restriction near the equator is due to the weak Coriolis force and vertical airflow, which prevents the storm from twisting. The main types of cyclones are tropical cyclones, which are warm ocean heat engines known as hurricanes or typhoons, and extratropical cyclones, or mid-latitude frontal systems that occur outside the tropics and cause winter storms. Polar cyclones are a third type, characterized by being very cold, small, and short-lived in the Arctic and Antarctic regions. A quick revision highlights that tropical storms thrive in warm oceans. Extratropical storms occur in mid-latitudes, and mesocyclones are linked to thunderstorms and tornadoes.
A 2018 question asks where horticulture is widely farmed. The correct answer is A, the Mediterranean region. This region is renowned for specialized agriculture like citrus, figs, vegetables, and grapes, thriving in hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters.
Agricultural regions are strongly linked to climate. The tropical region, with its year-round heat and heavy rainfall, is ideal for crops like coffee, cocoa, and rice. The Mediterranean region, with dry summers and wet winters, specializes in citrus fruits, olives, and grapes. In temperate regions, cereals and hardy fruits thrive across distinct seasons. The boreal or cold climates focus on barley, potatoes, and berries due to short growing seasons. Arid and semi-arid regions rely on drought-tolerant crops like dates, olives, millet, and sorghum.
This map illustrates the different world climate zones and their corresponding agricultural practices. Each climate type supports specific crops that are best suited to its unique temperature and rainfall conditions.
To understand regional agriculture, we can use a two-step framework. Step 1. Identify the climate type based on temperature and rainfall, such as tropical, temperate, or arid. Step 2. Match the appropriate crops to that climate, such as water-loving crops in tropical regions or hardy crops in boreal climates. The final step is to link these climates to their geographic regions. The tropical climate covers areas like the Amazon and Congo basins. Mediterranean climates are found in the Mediterranean basin and California. Temperate zones include Europe and North America. Arid and semi-arid regions span the Sahara and Middle East, while boreal areas cover Canada and Russia. Let's test our knowledge with a quiz question from 2018. The line joining points with equal cloud cover is called isoneph. Breaking down the etymology, iso means equal and neph
comes from nephos, meaning cloud. This diagram illustrates various isolines used in weather maps. Isobars connect equal atmospheric pressure. Isotherms connect equal temperature. Isohyet connects equal rainfall, and the isoneph connects equal cloud cover.
Another quiz question from 2018. Mist is formed as a result of condensation. Mist forms when water vapor cools and changes into liquid droplets at the dew point. Warm air holds more vapor, while cooling air leads to condensation, forming mist or clouds.
Let's review why other options are incorrect. Circulation refers to air movement, not the creation of water droplets. Evaporation is the opposite of condensation, changing liquid into gas. Sublimation is the direct change from a solid to a gas, bypassing the liquid phase.
In a 2019 question, we are asked which ocean current is known as the specific weather current. The correct answer is El Niño. El Niño is a warm ocean current developing off the coast of Peru that causes significant global weather changes, impacting rainfall and temperature patterns worldwide.
The map displays the three main phases of the Pacific: normal, El Niño, and La Niña. El Niño is characterized by warm water, while La Niña is characterized by cold water. Both dramatically shift global weather patterns.
The remaining options are incorrect. The Benguela is a cold current, Kuroshio is a warm current in the North Pacific, and Agulhas is a warm current in the South Indian Ocean. None hold the unique designation of the specific weather current like El Niño.
Here is a quick comparison of El Niño and La Niña. El Niño, the warm phase, features warmer ocean temperatures, weaker trade winds, and often a weak Indian monsoon. La Niña, the cold phase, features cooler temperatures, stronger trade winds, and usually a strong Indian monsoon.
To summarize the extreme Pacific conditions, El Niño's warm Pacific temperatures lead to a dry India. Conversely, La Niña's cool Pacific temperatures result in a wet India. The normal situation involves the cold Humboldt current and trade winds pushing warm water westward.
La Niña, the special cold phase, involves significantly strengthened trade winds, which causes extra strong upwelling of cold water off the coast of Peru and exaggerates global weather patterns. This means stronger monsoons in India and colder North American winters.
Moving to atmospheric layers, a 2019 question asks where ozone gas is concentrated. The correct answer is B, the stratosphere.
The lowest layer is the troposphere, the weather layer, where temperature drops with altitude. Above it is the stratosphere, the protection layer, home to the ozone layer, where temperature rises due to UV absorption. The mesosphere is the meteor shield, the coldest layer, where meteors burn up.
The thermosphere, the heat layer, has rising temperatures and includes the ionosphere, which reflects radio waves and is home to the auroras. The exosphere, the space border, is the outermost layer, where the atmosphere fades into space and satellites orbit.
A 2020 question links El Niño to India. The correct answer is a bad monsoon with low rain and crop failure. This occurs because the Pacific warming disrupts the normal winds and moisture flow towards India, reducing rainfall.
Finally, a 2020 question on the ozone layer asks which atmospheric layer carries it. As we learned, the correct answer is the stratosphere. This concludes our first video on climatology. We covered biomes, cyclones, El Niño, and atmospheric layers. We hope this review provides a solid foundation for your geography studies. Now let's look at Köppen's climatic classification. Match the climate types in List 1 with their characteristics in List 2. AF is humid tropical. AW is tropical humid and dry. AM is tropical monsoon, and AS is dry summer.
The Köppen system, developed by Vladimir Köppen in 1884 and later refined, divides world climates into groups based on temperature, rainfall, and natural vegetation patterns. The main climate groups use letter codes. A is tropical, B is dry, C is temperate, D is cold, and E is polar. The second letter indicates precipitation.
such as F for rainfall all year, or W or S for dry winter or summer. The third letter gives temperature details. Group A, tropical climates, includes AF, the tropical rainforest with year-round rain, found in the Amazon basin. AW is the tropical savanna, characterized by a dry winter, found in India's Deccan Plateau. AM is the tropical monsoon climate, with monsoon rains, seen in coastal India.
Next, let's match local winds with their regions. Chinook is found in the USA, Sirocco in Africa, Brickfielder in Australia, and Mistral in Europe. The correct matching is A1, B4, C2, D3.
The Chinook winds are North American snow eaters that warm and dry as they descend the Rocky Mountains. The Sirocco winds are hot, dry winds carrying Sahara sand across the Mediterranean. Brickfielder winds in Australia are associated with intense dust storms and temperature spikes.
The Mistral winds are cold, dry winds that blow from the north or northwest through southern France, driven by high pressure over the Atlantic and low pressure over the Mediterranean.
Atmospheric winds are classified by scale and duration. Primary or planetary winds circulate globally year-round, like trade winds. Secondary or seasonal winds shift periodically, such as monsoons and sea breezes. Tertiary or local winds result from regional differences, like the Chinook and Mistral.
Primary winds include trade winds, westerlies, and polar easterlies. Seasonal winds include monsoons, land and sea breezes, and mountain and valley breezes, all changing direction periodically.
Now, the next question explains the impact of El Niño on the Indian monsoon. El Niño is associated with the warming of surface waters in the eastern Pacific Ocean, which disturbs normal atmospheric circulation. As a result, it leads to reduced rainfall and weakening of the Indian summer monsoon, making option A the correct answer.
Now, the final slide simply concludes the topic with a thank you note, encouraging learners to stay connected for further guidance in climatology and geography preparation. It also provides contact details for queries, marking the end of the discussion.